Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today we are down in South Wales viewing a load of houses because myself and my brother are looking for our second investment property. It's exciting times. We've raised some investor finance, so now we need to find another deal. We've got houses to view, content to film. It's going to be a jam-packed day, so let's get after it and bring you guys along. So we're on our way to the first property viewing today, and it's a 2-bed semi-detached property. Now the estimated refurb works are £12,000, and that's incredibly cheap to turn an entire property around. So I'm viewing it to see the condition that the property's in and to understand how that refurb come out so cheap. Right, we are in the kitchen now, and as you can see, the kitchen is quite dated. Now, when it comes to properties, the one things that we've noticed is the two most important parts of the property that increase the value is the kitchen and the bathroom. If they are looking in prime condition, the chances that you're going to get a higher end valuation is very, very high. And make sure you sweeten up the value well, because that always helps. Now, you come in here, it stinks, the smell's a lot worse. However, this is pretty obvious, right? You look down here, you can clearly see it's very, very damp down there. That obviously means there is going to be damp work needed. Could be a damp course, might be less intense. However, it's very apparent this property is suffering with damp if the smell didn't give it away already. Now look, if I was doing this property up, I'd be looking to increase the value of this kitchen. I'd be ripping it all out, replacing things to a higher standard. It's always good to get a trade out to obviously quote this up unless you are a trade or have trade experience. Always want to go with the professionals, because I could look at this and think I could do this kitchen up for maybe 5 grand, get a quote back from a builder, it cost me 15. Not saying the kitchen will cost 15, but you understand my point is I could be misaccurate if I haven't got the experience. Now, there is a wallpaper stuck to my foot. Now, this boiler, to me, does not look new, so that might need replacing. Now, when I'm going around my viewing, I will be recording all these things and pointing this out, so if I was to send this to a builder for him to quote up, I'd be pointing out that the boiler needs replacing or might need replacing. Now again, like I said, obviously wallpaper would need stripping off. You obviously need to potentially do a replaster. You'll be looking at just how can I increase the value of this property. Right, so the super important thing, the thing that everyone cares about, numbers on this deal. So the purchase price is £88,000. The refurb is £12,000. And then the done up value, depending on the spec, is between 135 and 150 grand. Which, if you ask me, yeah, flipping banging deal. And to consider that this refurb is only going to cost £12,000, absolutely banging to get that sort of values. Right, so we're on our way to go and meet a builder now. You would have seen the last project that we've got is up in Warrington, which is obviously going well if you would have seen it on the channel. But we've been getting sent so many deals in South Wales. Like, some of the deals are as low as 66 grand. And I like to save myself money when buying houses. So that's why we came to South Wales today. The builder, I've never met him before. We're obviously very well associated with the Fontaines. Fontaines have used them for a few of the projects that they've done. So what else better to do than obviously go to someone that's been recommended as a really, really good builder. So obviously I'm gonna go meet him, get to know him as a person, because again, I wanna work with someone that I get along with and gets along with me, because I don't really wanna work with people that don't like me, because it's kind of weird, right? And then we're gonna go see some of the work that he's done as well, because it's all good and well seeing photos, but when you go to an actual live project, that's the best place to see, because you can see the finish that they do and see if any project needs any snagging as well. So yeah, gonna go meet the builder, gonna go see a project, so let's do that now. So we've just wrapped up a meeting with a builder, and we've actually come down to one of the projects that he's just recently completed on refurbing. We want to get an idea of the finish before we start buying properties in this area, because at the end of the day, I don't want to use a builder that does really crap work and then I can't shift this property, because I mean, we look very bad and I have investors to pay back. So let's roll through here so we can see the finish. Obviously, this is a BRR, so the walls have been whitewashed, because when it comes to refurbing BRR properties, you don't have to go for the highest standard, but we have to go for a high enough standard to where it will rent for a decent amount, but we're not trying to sell, right? So at the end of the day, the property doesn't need to be done up to a selling standard, but I'd live it, do you know what I mean? Cushy carpets, walls are nice, the kitchen. Mate, look at this kitchen. Look at this kitchen, mate, this is lovely. I think this green, yeah, this green is beautiful. See, a lot of kitchens that are black and white, but this is, I don't even know what type of wood that is, but it's wood and it's a green. It's a wooden worktop, and obviously you've got the green with the black handles. Black sink, it looks really, really nice. The first toilet is under here. It's a toilet. It's kind of self-explanatory. Let's go upstairs to the bathroom. This bathroom is actually lovely. Like, this is genuinely a really, really nice finish. Like, whatever tenant is living in, mate's living better than me. Let's put it like that, do you know what I mean? So, lovely stuff. Coming here, you've got bedroom number 1. It's a very long bedroom, but again, it does the job. The tenant's gonna be very, very happy. And bedroom number 2, again, very, very, very simple. The theme is very, very similar throughout the whole property, but to see this kind of spec that the builder's done, I'm pretty happy. Again, the builder is just as important as the rest of the team when it comes to the build work. So to see this finished, hear nothing but good things about this builder, I think we're going to use him for our project. So we met up with the Fontaines at the end of the day and viewed one more deal, and it just happens to be an investor that they know. Now, the reason we viewed this deal is because this investor was actually buying this flip on a bridge, which is something similar that me and Cole are doing. Now, we're not buying a flip, but we are buying a BRR on a bridge along with some private investor finance. So I wanted to get an understanding of the numbers and obviously understand the type of project that had been bought and what I should be looking out for when myself and Cole are buying our next deal. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As many of you know, we've raised our next set of investor finance. So we've currently got that Warrington project on the go. There's about 7 weeks left of the refurb. So we're going to keep bringing that to the channel and documenting that entire process. But we're now on the hunt for our next project. South Wales is an area that everyone we know has either invested in there at least once or is still actively investing there. So for us, it ticks all the boxes. It's super low barrier to entry. The builders are very, very reputable from what we've heard. And we've got a massive network of sources and investors who have already invested in there or are doing deals there. So for us, it ticks all the boxes. We're going to be documenting the full process of us finding our next deal, from finding it, the project, the full refurb, obviously refinancing and put a tenant in there as well. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that or any of the other property content that we're going to be bringing.